The saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. Learning to distinguish that fine line that separates being genuinely interested in other people with being nosy and meddlesome is an important and ever-developing skill set. I hope your day is off to a good start. Welcome to Manners on the Go with TBC. Do you know that you can be genuinely interested in people in a very mannerful way? Asking questions is encouraged. It shows us that someone is interested in you and that they care, or at least pretend to care. However, there are some questions that you should never ask, primarily because it will make other people feel uncomfortable. The saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. Learning to distinguish that there is a fine line that separates being genuinely interested in other people with being nosy and meddlesome is an important and ever-developing skill set. Today, we will look at 10 questions you should refrain from asking people. Now, the first one that tops my list today is, when are you getting married? Or when will you put a ring on it? No, you shouldn't go asking this question. For one, you just may not know why the person is still unmarried, and your question might just be putting additional pressure on the person. What if the person isn't even interested in marriage? You may not like the answer you will get. The second question you shouldn't go asking people is, when are you going to have kids? Or why don't you have kids yet? Now, this question is unbelievably intrusive. What if the person you asked recently miscarried or has been trying to conceive without success? Then you have created a really awkward moment at that instance. Don't do it, please. Another question that you should not go asking people, and this will make the third one on my list, is, why are you gaining weight? Or why are you losing weight? Oh, you've become so fat. What's happening to you? Oh, this question may just be really embarrassing to the one you're asking. To what end, really? Are you about to recommend some slimming tea? The fourth one on our list today is a really embarrassing one. You ask, why are you living in that neighborhood? Or why are you living in that place? That's not your levels. I think that this is a really intrusive question that you should avoid asking. Unless you're capable of changing the circumstance, it's best not to ask this question. It also applies when it comes to asking why someone cannot afford the lifestyle you think they should be able to afford. Now, the fifth question that will be on our list today is when you ask people, why didn't you invite me? Maybe for that party or that event. This could be an event you feel you should have been invited to by virtue of your relationship with the celebrant. Now, this is one of those questions that generally should not be asked, because no matter what the answer is, you won't like it. Unless it's really an odd occurrence, you're best off not knowing the answer. Another question you shouldn't ask people is, how much does your house, or your house rent, or your housekeeping allowance, or your children's tuition, how much does it cost? This kind of query only deepens the contrast between the haves and the have-nots, and may breed resentment within otherwise loving relationships. You don't want to risk losing a friend. The way people choose to spend their money shouldn't be your cup of tea. The seventh question today that you ask people that are very embarrassing is, how old are you? Or, you're 40. You don't look your age. How else does a 40-year-old look? Now, please, let's stop asking these questions. They're utterly embarrassing. What do you want to do with other people's ages? Except it has anything to do with an interview or something really formal, please don't go asking people how old they are or what their age is. Now, the eighth one that will make our list today is, oh, that's a really nice dress you're wearing. How much did you buy it? How much did it cost? Now, that's really a personal question that you shouldn't ask people. You could make them uncomfortable if you do. The ninth question that makes our list today, oh, sorry about your brother's passing. How did he die? Now, this is a very insensitive question to ask someone who is recently bereaved. Remember that this person is still in mourning, and it's no time for you to play amateur detective. Wait a while, or better still, keep that curiosity to yourself. The final question that will make our list today, why do you look so tired? You may honestly think you're expressing concern for their well-being, but guess what? The listener might interpret your question to mean you look bad or you don't look good. Remember, people, that while your intentions may come from the right place, you need to pause and think about the question that you're about to ask so that you're not interrogating people. So tell me in the comment section those questions that people have asked you that have been utterly embarrassing. I'd love to hear from you. Cheers to a beautiful day. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. I'm sure you're tired of bad manners around you, so you might want to also share this with your friend. Goodbye.